Hi, New Teachers Thriving community. This is Keisha. I'm coming to you today heartbroken. I've been walking through a situation with a friend that has been so difficult. And I feel like this could be the most important video that I ever make to help teachers. I hope that you'll watch it, think about it, and really take steps to make sure that you safeguard yourself. Someone very important in our life and in the life of our family and our children just lost his job because of not following policies for online behavior with students, using text messaging and social media in a way that somebody felt uncomfortable with. This one parent, someone who doesn't know the man at all, helped to end his career. One misstep can be the end of your career. And I just find it so important to step in today and to be here and to share with you the experience that we've just walked through so that you don't have to do that ever in your life. This teacher works with junior high and high school students. In order to relate with students and in that person's role, it is important to build relationship and community. This teacher loves his students, puts their safety first, is there for them through the hard things, and there for them for the fun things. But it took one parent, one upset parent, to spread a fire and start an investigation that led to the end of his career. I don't want to see that happen to you. How we behave and act online, in public spaces and private spaces, is important. It is such a hard line because your private life should be yours. You should be allowed to live the life that you want to in your private life. And your public life and teacher life should be separate. They are not. What you post in public spaces or what you text on private lines can and will be used to make you look bad, make people wonder about you, and if nothing else, ruin you in public opinion. And then, worst case, end your career. I know that many of you have grown up with technology, sharing pictures, sharing your life, selfies, all of these things are just a normal piece and part of what you do. Creating TikToks, reels, lives, everything that just shows your life, shows your passions, has you in the center of your universe, allowing your friends and family and anyone else who you decide to share with to be a part of your life. Unfortunately, when you are a teacher, if students have access to any of that information, or parents for that matter, even though they're adults, are friends with you, are part of your community, you have a public page, you are not monitoring the content of your page or your followers' pages, you can have someone use it against you. Now, I have started teaching long before social media and long before even texting and cell phones were a thing when I started, right? So I'm old. But it has always been that teachers' image matters because when we work with children, children matter. Their families want to know that they are in the care of the best possible person, right? So you do not want to be judged in a court of public opinion because of something that you posted from your private life out into the community in a public atmosphere. I have seen teachers reprimanded, written up, and gone through situations for things like posting drinking pictures, videos of a party where drinking is happening. When I worked in a district that is on the water and many teachers and families had boats, there was an expectation that the families would not see the teachers in any compromising situations. Drinking, scantily clothed, even though a swimsuit or a bikini needed to be appropriate. It feels unfair and it can feel restricting to be thinking about how you have to conduct yourself in order to protect yourself. So, I wanted to give you some of the things that I have listed from this experience that I have walked through, and some of the things that I did some research on online to give you some tips so that you find yourself not in the court of public opinion, not being taken down by one upset parent. Parents want to know their kids are safe, and parents have different viewpoints on what safety is. So, when you are out online or you are communicating with children in any way, it needs to be safe. If you want to create social media pages or communication devices, they should always be public, but they should not be part of your private page. If you want to have a Mrs. Fiore's Facebook page, Instagram page for my class, that is open to the public, the parents, and other students. If you need a communication tool, texting, for example, use an app that is public where parents, students, and others are part of the conversation. Never have one-on-one conversations with somebody from your personal phone or from any conversation one-on-one digitally that cannot be seen by others. In the situation that I found my friend in, this teacher was texting with students. Their parents claim they didn't know. Now, from me, I want to say that's their fault. That's their responsibility. Check your kids' devices. You are the parent. You own that device. You pay for that device. And these kids are minors. Check your kids' devices. But it doesn't matter if the parents know or not. When they come with information that makes it look like you could possibly be doing something wrong, they will start investigating. And investigating can mean digging into your personal stuff so deeply that they can find something. And then they bring that information. And now there's the school district looking and digging and trying to find something or compare to see if there is other instances, and it can blow up fast. Wildfire has spread through rumors, through the community, and has devastated not only this teacher's career, but the relationships with parents, students, and the school. So please be careful what you are doing online. Here are some tips that I want you to consider, think about, and reflect on if you are being cautious and putting these safe stops into place for you. First of all, never give your students your personal number. There are apps. Remind, I love the Remind app as a parent, but there are many apps out there for communicating with students that allow for personal communication in a public forum. Do not have students on your personal socials, public or private. And I am going to recommend having private pages. Private private page, right? So that you can know if parents and students are trying to friend you. When you have a public page and anyone can join and you have 2,500 followers, some of those could be parents and students. If parents see or students see something that they're uncomfortable with, they'll be able to use that and report that. Be cautious who you are friending and who you are in connection with. My friend had a very public page, one dedicated to Disney. 1,800 followers, someone in there posted something that another parent of this parent felt was inappropriate. They had to dig through social media to find it, but they found it. And they used that to back up their case that this teacher was involved with people who do inappropriate things. Inappropriate meant being by the swimming pool in a bikini at Disney. Right? Where are the lines of inappropriate? We don't have them. It's person by person and family by family. So be very aware about your social platforms. Let parents know if a student is reaching out to you. If a student is trying to friend you or a student is trying to connect with you, especially in any kind of one-to-one manner, you need to let that student know the best way to communicate with you and let the parent know. Let them know that this is what happened and this is how you handled it and this is where that conversation is going to happen, and invite the parent to have access to that conversation. Always keep your classroom door open when you're meeting with any student one-on-one. The more that we can be in groups, the more that you can have 2 or more students in a room at a time when you are meeting with students, the safer you're going to be. More witnesses, more understanding. But never go into a closed classroom with a student one-on-one. It's easy to want to close the door. It protects their conversation. It protects them from people walking by, protects them from embarrassment. But it opens up the doors to all kinds of gossip and concern if the wrong person feels like something's happening. So always keep the door open so that anyone could look by when they come in or walk by, they can look in. Monitor your posts. There is a professional code for educators. I've not seen anything specifically posted, but there is a code, and it's especially important that you find out from your school district what is the appropriate use policy for teachers online. If they don't have a policy, I would tell them to recommend to do it or to find one and share it, because you want to know that you are safe. What you post, every picture, every activity, every outfit, everything that you are putting online is a reflection of you to the community, to the parents and the students in your care. So just keep that in mind when you're choosing to post. On a side note, if you're taking bereavement leave, sick leave, or other leave that you are not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be on vacation for, do not post your vacation pictures while you're on bereavement leave. Okay. That has caused plenty of problems too, right? We can't, our lives are not private out there. They just aren't. And people find out what's going on. That's a side note. Okay. And never, ever post video and pictures of you with your class or class working or doing something in a public space. I see this all the time. TikToks, Reels, etc., where the teacher is showing their students doing something, walking down the hallway, practicing this, doing that. That is not okay. It is not safe for students, and it is not part of the acceptable use policy that the parents sign permission for their child to be videoed. There are very specific expectations for that permission. If you are doing your Cal TPA or Ed TPA, you are to get a separate permission slip for your students signed that they can provide this video to the assessors. Do not post them on YouTube. I can search and find them. I'm not going to say if they're good or bad videos or something you should emulate your TPA after, but it is bad they're posted. Do not host them on YouTube or any other social platform. Host them on your computer or in the cloud connected to your computer. The safety of our children is number one. But for me, protecting you is my priority. Helping you is my priority. I don't want to see you hurt the way that my friend has been hurt, devastated, gossiped about, called names that are completely unfair. It spreads like fire. I want you to be safe and I want you to think before you post because this is not the same world. This is not the same place that it was when you were taking selfies with your friends and posting those online. Everything you do can be misconstrued, and I don't want to see that happen here. If you've got questions or you're not sure or you want to speak and have information or anything like that, I'm always available to giving teachers any kind of support that they need to be successful. I am not a lawyer. I cannot help you if you're facing a problem, and you certainly should go to those who can help if you're finding yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Another thing I just thought of that's not on my notes anywhere is that a parent who is upset is going to lash out. So if you feel unsafe or uncomfortable in any situation with a parent, you have every right to stop that meeting. Say, you know what? Let's reconvene when we've all settled down some, and I'll ask the principal to join us. You have every right to have backup and support if you are meeting with or handling a situation that you feel might get out of control or one that just becomes out of control. You didn't expect it. This seemed like it was going to be easy to handle. And all of a sudden, this parent is getting worked up. They're starting to get angry. They're starting to want to say, I'm going to tell so and so, and I'm going to, just say, I understand that you're upset. Let's stop this meeting. Let's reschedule it, and I will make sure that the principal is there so that we can work through this issue together. Okay. So it's cover your own assets, right? Cover yourself so that you can do what you love to do, which is to teach. Okay. I wish you all the best. And I know that these situations are few and far between, but they happen. And right now in the community and the society we're in, teachers are being watched. Teachers are kind of not being looked at in a very positive light. We're finding all these challenges and parents challenging and the community not being positive about teachers and education. So I want my page in general to be uplifting and supporting. And in that, I want to support you today by letting you know what to do to protect you while you are online. Have a great day, and let's go post some kitten pictures.